Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben. Guys, I want to talk to you about XRP profits and what a good game plan is going to be going forward once the case is over and things like that. But before we do that, I'll show you guys our new BitLab Academy studio. You guys can look for videos coming here very soon. Look at that. Amazing. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Bobby. That's all they get. That's all the screen time they get because this is my video. Guys, look. So everybody wants to know, what are we going to do when the settlement comes or when the case is over? And a lot of people are talking about, when do you take profits? This is a very popular question that people have been asking me. And I'm going to give you kind of my game plan for what I would do if I was in your position. We own a lot of XRP and it's a lot to sell it. So we're probably just going to hold because we're really counting on the bull run. And most of our XRP, we bought around, I think 45, 50, about where it is right now. And so the whole idea is, when the case is over, what is going to happen to the price? So we have to start there and then work backwards to what you should do. So when it comes to the case, once this is over, let me tell you what I expect. Now, I expect it to happen probably about the middle of next year. It could be quarter one, could be quarter two. I'm expecting sometime early summer. Well, May technically isn't summer. You guys know, if you're in the South, May's summer, right? Am I right? I know it doesn't start until the middle of June or the back half of June, but May certainly feels like summer to me. Sometime around May or June is when I expect this to be over. And then sometime in June as well, or July, I expect all these exchanges to start relisting. You're gonna look for two booms, okay? You're gonna get a boom when the case is over, because all of a sudden people are gonna start piling in and the price is gonna shoot straight up. I would say within 24 to 48 hours, depending on where you got in at, you're going to want to take profits, period. Okay. Now, taking profits does not mean you don't believe in something in the long term. It means you would rather compound your gains and be able to accumulate more with those gains than you have now. That's really what it is, whether it's getting into the same coin or not. So when it comes to the second boom, what we expect, the second boom will be the Coinbase relisting. Once it gets relisted in the United States at Coinbase, and then of course we could probably expect to see it, Binance US. If you're a communist and you still use FTX US, then you can do that there. But we expect it to be on almost all American exchanges, probably within a couple weeks. It's not going to happen instantly. Now, we do know Coinbase last year was testing what would happen if they relisted it. They made a mistake, and people could actually see XRP as a purchasable asset on Coinbase for a small period of time, maybe 6 months ago. That was them testing. So they might have a switch. As soon as it's over, boom, it happens. Now, of course, Coinbase with their amicus curiae, brief on behalf of the people, or on behalf of Ripple, excuse me, on behalf of Coinbase to stand with Ripple, then what you see is that basically the long and the short of it is they might have inside info now. I don't know if that's true or not. I doubt it, but they might. So they could hit the switch. Once it gets relisted, once again, 24 to 48 hours, we are going to look for that to be a time to take profits. Now, where should you be taking profits, and how high do we expect this price to go? Well, when you look at the price right now, I think it's about 45 cents or so. Guys, I expect the price to 2 to 3x probably pretty quickly on the relisting. Probably at least 2x on the day the case is over. So if it's at 50 cents the day the case is over, which is definitely potential, you could look for it to go at about $1. And then, of course, it'll probably come back down to about 75 cents, maybe 80 cents. I think 70 cents is a very strong support, so we'll just say 70 cents. Then when you get the relisting on all the exchanges, you can expect to see another boom. It could potentially go back up to $1.50. That's kind of the target I'm looking for, is $1.50. It may surprise me and go a lot more than that, but it just depends on where you got in. I mean, if most of your purchases were done above $1, you know what? I don't know if taking profits is the best thing unless it goes well above $1.50. If you got in near the lows, 30 cents, somewhere around there, shoot, take profits at $1, take it at $1.50, take it where you can get it, and then roll that in after these dips. Because look, guys, people, I know XRP Army, I love y'all. Y'all are great. Y'all are the best community out there, you and the Cardano community. But I know how you guys think. You think sometimes it just goes straight up in an upward line. That's not the way this is going to work. We're going to see pullbacks. It's a bear market. This is the true power of Ripple and XRP, the value of the coin is going to be seen in the bull run because there's more liquidity and less hesitation from people because they know it's not a security. So the whole idea is we're going to see two separate rallies for this, but they will both come back down. I think Ripple has a strong chance of sitting at around $1 for most of the year following the case being over. So that's something to watch for. But if you got it around 30 cents, take profits on those booms. It's gonna retrace. It's obvious that that's gonna happen. Now, if we do have one scenario to think about, if we do get the 24-hour boom after the case is over, and then we get an additional boom immediately or almost in the midst of it because Coinbase has a switch and they just turn it on, then yeah, we'll probably only have one giant run up. And if those two things happen together, and let's say Ripple announces an IPO the next day, you could see the price go maybe up to $2. Now, look, don't quote me on that. I'm not guaranteeing that's going to happen. That's kind of the bullish scenario, the most bullish scenario I could see. It could go up to $2 and then maybe recover around $1.25, $1.50 instead. These are targets that we're looking at. These are numbers that we're looking at. I want to know, what numbers are you looking at? What is your plan for taking profits with XRP? Drop those down below in the chat. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out. You guys like the new studio? Pretty cool, huh?